Okay, so your panel interview is coming up and you want to know three things: how to prepare, what questions will they ask, and how to answer them. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how to prepare for your interview, what questions to expect, and how to craft your answers that will leave a good impression. Now, the interview isn't as difficult as most people think. It's not meant for you to fail. The real challenge is answering the questions the right way. You will be nervous, don't be too hard on yourself. Everyone gets nervous in these situations. That's normal. When they throw a question your way, don't panic, don't rush. Instead, take a second and think before you respond, because how you answer is just as important as what you say. And I mean, now you need to look the part. First impression matter a lot. Before you even say a word, the panel is already forming an opinion. What does your appearance say about you? Do you look like someone ready to wear the uniform or ready to take on the responsibility? So when you are going to the interview, you must look your best, look sharp, and make sure you are properly groomed. The way you present yourself says a lot about you. Business professional attire is the standard. For men, a suit and tie is best. If that's not an option, a nice dress shirt and pants is fine. For women, a business professional dress, skirt or pants paired with a blouse or blazer is the way to go. I can't say this enough. Keep it simple, nothing too tight, nothing too flashy, nothing too revealing. The panel is not looking to be impressed by what you are wearing. The focus should be on you and not your outfit. Preparation is key. Looking sharp is one thing, being prepared is another. As I said earlier, the interview isn't designed for you to fail, but if you walk in unprepared, you are setting up yourself for failure. So, what's the move? How do you make sure you are ready? You need to know what's coming. So, research common interview questions. They are not pulling these questions out of thin air, so you can prepare for them. And I mean, you need to practice. Grab a friend, do mock interviews, or even rehearse in front of a mirror. The goal isn't to memorize word for word, it is to get comfortable with these questions. So when you hear them, when they ask you these questions, you know what to say or what to do. You need to refine your answers. Listen to yourself, ensure your answers are clear. Practice helps you trim off the fluff and get straight to the point. The key takeaway here is preparation. Preparation will boost your confidence. And I mean, now let us look at a few questions you are almost guaranteed to get, and let's break them down question by question. The first of which is, tell us about yourself. This seems simple, but it can be a make or break moment. Do not turn this into your life story. Here's how you answer this question. Start with a strong introduction. State your name and quickly summarize who you are. Talk about your background, qualifications, and experience. Focus on what is relevant. Highlight what makes you unique. Skills, values, or experiences that set you apart from the other candidates. Connect it back to the JCF's core values, right? Show them why you are a perfect fit. Keep it short, keep it simple. If you find yourself talking for more than a minute or two, you are saying way too much. Next question is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? For your strengths, talk about what makes you a great fit for the job. Is it discipline? Is it leadership? Is it the ability to stay calm under pressure? Pick something real and back it up with an example. For your weaknesses, don't just list a flaw and leave it there hanging. Show you are actively improving. For example, I used to struggle with time management, but now I use a system that keeps me on track of everything. This tells the panel you recognize your weaknesses and you are doing something about them. And I mean, now the third question is, why do you want to be a police officer? This is where a lot of candidates mess up. You might be tempted to say, because I want to help people or I want to serve my country. And listen, that's great, nothing wrong with that. And I mean, but everyone has said the same thing. And the intention is for you to stand out. Here's how to make your answer stand out from everybody else. Share a personal story or experience that inspired you talk about a specific skill or trait that makes you a great fit for the job. Show that you understand the job beyond just helping people. Maybe you have a background that gives you a unique perspective, or maybe there was a moment in your life that make you realize, this is what I want to do. And I mean, the aim here is just to be real, be specific. That will set you apart from other candidates. And listen, I get that not everyone loves making eye contact, but in an interview setting, it is essential. Don't just look at the person asking the question, engage with the whole panel. It shows confidence, it shows respect, and it makes a big difference in how you are perceived. And I want you to be ready also for scenario based questions. This is where the real test happens. Integrity, judgment, problem solving. They want to see if you can think on your feet and make the right call. One of the most common questions is, what would you do if you saw a colleague doing something wrong? This is tricky because in the real world, loyalty and ethics can clash. They are testing you on that. They are testing you on your integrity. So what's the right answer? Do not say I would ignore it. That's an instant red flag. And I mean, acknowledge the seriousness of the situation. Explain that you would address it professionally, whether it's confronting the officer directly if it is appropriate, or following the chain of command. Emphasize that accountability matters because bad policing affects everyone. The panel wants officers who would do the right thing, even when no one is watching. So make sure your answer reflects that. You need to know the organization. I know you're not going to know everything, but you need to know something. You wouldn't apply for a job without knowing the company, right? The same logic applies here. Why? Because this isn't just a job, it is a commitment to serve, to protect, and to uphold the rule of law. And the panel will test you to see how much you know about the organization. Here's what you must know before stepping into that room. Leadership matters in the JCF. So you want to know who the commissioner of police is. You want to know who his deputies are. You want to know the Minister of National Security. You must know these persons. Know at least three government ministers and the ministries they oversee. The policies they enact will shape the laws you will enforce. So you need to know these people. You need to know the JCF structure. There are 11 ranks within the JCF. Memorize them and know them in order from constable to commissioner of police. Familiarize yourself with the JCF's mission statement and the motto. These are not just words, they define what the JCF stands for. You need to know the divisions and the local command, right? There are multiple police divisions. You need to know at least 5 of them. Each parish is a division, so this question shouldn't surprise you. You need to know which division you live in and who is in charge, and you need to know who runs your local station. If you don't know your own station commander, this can be a problem. You also need to know what the DPP stands for, that is the Director of Public Prosecutions. You need to know its purpose and who is in charge. You also need to know what INDECOM stands for, that is Independent Commissioner of Investigations. You need to know its purpose and who is in charge as well. You need to stay informed, you need to stay relevant. They will ask you about current affairs both locally and internationally. They might ask you what is happening within the country right now. I might ask about a major international event. Whatever the case is, you need to read the news. You need to keep update with what's happening. Google is free, use it. Why does this matter? Because it shows you are keeping your ear on the ground. It shows you are already thinking like an officer. You need to know your community because they expect you to. And I mean, even if you are not deeply involved in your community, you should be able to talk about it should they ask you. Why? Because being an officer isn't just about enforcing laws, it's about understanding the people that you serve. So before your interview, Ask yourself, what is the biggest challenges in your community? What's being done to address the issues? And I mean, and are there community programs aimed at tackling these problems? This isn't about just answering a question. It's about showing awareness. It's about demonstrating that you know what is happening around you. Now, here's something that most candidates overlook: asking questions at the end of the interview. When they ask, do you have any questions? Do not say no. That's a missed opportunity. Instead, ask questions that show you are already thinking about your future in the JCF. You can ask questions like, what kind of training opportunities does the organization offer? Or how does the organization support ongoing professional development? Ask questions along those lines. This shows you are serious about the job and eager to grow within the organization. And you need to end on a high note as well. Last impression is just as important as the first. When the interview wraps up, don't say thanks and leave. Thank the panel properly, right? And say something like, I really appreciate the opportunity and I'd be honored to be a part of this team. Keep it short, keep it spicy, keep it professional. And yeah, that's about everything you need to prepare for your panel interview. You need to get in that frame of mind, get the right mindset, look professional, prepare like crazy so that you don't panic. Know the JCF, know something about the JCF, and ask smart questions at the end. If this helped you, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it with someone you know is preparing for their interview. Drop a comment below with any questions, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.